Hey y'all, my name is Yvette and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be announcing this year's round of the Latinxathon. This is a readathon where we read books by Latinx authors in celebration of Latinx Heritage Month, which starts today, September 15th, and runs to October 15th. For past years, today is when we would usually start the readathon and we do it for the first 10 days of the Heritage Month, but this year we're doing it for the last 10 days of the month, so October 6th to October 15th. I'm a co-host along with Priscilla at Bookie Charm, Andrea at Book Ramble, and Jocelyn at Yogi with a Book. Our other two hosts, Kathleen and Tosh, they have decided to take a step back for this round, but they'll be back next year. So on the whole, this year's readathon is going to be a bit of a special edition readathon, different from readathons of previous years because of general 2020 and 2021 burnout. It's been a pretty tough year for everyone, I think, and at least for me, a readathon that doesn't require quite as much energy sounds pretty good. So we wanted this year to be a bit more relaxed, and we pulled back on a lot of things that we usually do for this readathon. So like, for example, we're not going to have a group book, so therefore we're not going to have an author interview or a giveaway. And we also changed up our prompts. There are only going to be 4 of them, and the vibe we're going for is laid back, easy, and things we associate with the fall. The first prompt is to read a short book. So like a poetry book, a short story, a picture book, or something like that. The next prompt is read something spooky, which can be a horror book or just something with ghosts in it or something that seems spooky to you. The next prompt is read something cozy, which is very subjective. It can be something in your favorite genre or a comfort read or just reading something with a hot drink. And finally, the last prompt is to read something with a seasonal cover. And that is going to depend on what season it is wherever you are. In the US, it's fall, so you're going to read something with a fallish cover, whether that means the cover has fall colors on it like red, orange, or yellow, or it's fall in tone, or it's just a cover that gives you fall vibes. So those are the prompts for this year, and they differ from our usual prompts in that our prompts are usually more identity focused with the purpose of getting you to read across as many Latinx experiences. And while that's not going to be an official thing for this round of the readathon, we still want that to be the spirit of the readathon. So if you're participating, make sure you're not picking up from all straight authors or all white authors and you're reading across different countries. And as usual, you can double, triple, or quadruple up on the prompts. Anything that counts on Goodreads or Storygraph counts for this, and you can do all the prompts, you can do none of them, and like all the prompts are pretty open to interpretation anyway, so just as long as you're reading books by Latinx authors. And even though we are scaling back on what we're doing for this round, we still do have a couple things going on during the readathon. The first thing is that we're going to be having another watch along. To go with the fall spooky vibes, we're going to be watching La Llorona, which is a Guatemalan horror film about La Llorona, which is a ghost in Latinx folklore. This movie has a lot to do with the government-sanctioned violence against the indigenous Guatemalan people, and the movie is about a former dictator who's being tried for the genocide of indigenous people, and as he's being tried, he's being haunted by a woman who was brutalized by the Guatemalan army. I am the only one out of the hosts who hasn't seen this movie yet, but Priscilla, Andrea, and Jocelyn all love and rave about this movie, so I'm really excited to be finally watching it. We're going to be watching this on Saturday, October 9th, which is right in the middle-ish of the readathon, so keep an eye on our Instagram and our Twitter to see what time we're going to be watching it, as well as for the watch link. And finally, the last thing I'm going to announce in this video is that we're having another live show. It's going to be on Sunday, October 10th, so the day after the watch along. It'll be here on my channel, and we're going to be talking about the readathon and La Llorona probably, and just hanging out. We don't have a time of when we'll be doing this yet, but again, keep an eye out on our Instagram and our Twitter for further details. I'm pretty sure I covered everything that I need to cover, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments or tweet us or whatever, and let me know if you'll be participating. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.